Yeah, totally muted. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Totally messed up my whole starting on this one, but welcome anyway. Our colony is actually doing oddly well at the moment. This particular colony has a good amount of oxygen, a good amount of food, and everything is going reasonably well. We have this new oxygen system that we built last time. And for those of you who were wondering if this cooling system was going to work, it's actually working quite well. We just needed to prime it a little bit. So we spent pretty much the whole stream last time building this oxygen production system with a cooler below it that's going to cool off the oxygen and give us some nice cool air. And the temperatures when we left the stream really weren't that great. But I ran a little bit after the stream playing with it, and we had printed out some ice in the printing pod. And who's getting scalded and why? How are you getting scalded in the middle of things? Oh, anyway, she probably went over here. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. They're over there repairing that stuff. I gotta fix the heat problem over there. But this was cooling relatively slowly because it was taking so long to produce the ice. But I had actually printed ice in the printing pod, and when I remembered that, I moved it up here and let the duplicates feed them into here manually. And when they did that, it quickly dropped the temperature, like within seconds, down into the negatives. So now we've actually got a decent temperature running through there. The oxygen coming out is at a good temperature. It's feeding into our colony at a good temperature, which will help cool things down here a little bit, as well as supplying the oxygen, which is kind of cool. But yeah, everything's been going reasonably well. I actually want to take some time today and try to go all the way down into the lower parts of the colony to try and dig up some oil so we can start to produce some more plastics and things. We could also use the oil as a coolant. And I probably should also do something about temperatures over here because this isn't great. And I think probably the easiest way to tackle that might be to send some water over here that I could use as a heat sink. Depending on where I have a source of water that I can send over here. I guess I could take some of this water. What's the temperature in here? 75 degrees. All right, never mind. That's too hot. That won't work. Temperature down here is relatively cool, but it's only because this has been sitting around down here and playing. We're making ice and dropping it in. It's cooling. It's melting. It's kind of going into this little loop that's going to help it to cool things off. Totally stealing the cooling generator. Yeah, go right ahead. It works pretty good. It's, I mean, it definitely requires duplicate input, which isn't great because you have to go and keep feeding these things with water. But, yeah, I really got to fix this. But outside of that, it works pretty good. I think I'm going to use maybe a bottle emptier, but the water down here is 72 degrees, so even that's too warm. What do we have up here? Phase58 with the super chat. Thanks, Phase. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the support. The water over here is 42 degrees, and it's salt water, so that might actually be pretty good. I'm going to put a liquid pump down in here. We'll pump this out. My plan today is to try to get down to the oil. Now, we all know how my plans have a tendency to run, so we'll see what happens. I always seem to get distracted by other things. I don't think this will take an excessive amount of time to do, but I'm going to pump the salt water up in here. Let it just run onto the metal flooring. It'll flow past these, cooling them off by contact, and then drop into this lower area. I'm going to let it fill up down here, and we'll extend the temp shift plates down into the water area so that the heat that's up here will sort of act as a heat sink down into the water, and we'll see how that works out. We're probably going to need to put a little barrier on here, otherwise we're going to have a problem. We'll let them do that first. We're going to need power out there, of course, as well. Make that out of aluminum wire, because we got lots of it at the moment. Every time a duplicate runs by there, they're getting hurt, though, which just stinks. Yeah, I read the chat sometimes. Sorry, I tend to miss things a little bit. Smash the like at a football game, but not got the notification. Have a great stream, mate. All right, see you, Elijah. Thanks for popping in. Hope the game's good. Thermal regs have so much trouble because the chlorine level that's settled on top of them. Chlorine's an awful heat transfer. Yeah, well, they were overheating before that even. It's actually because of the frequency that they're having to change in here. So the chlorine that we had in our colony down here has kind of gone away now. We have some little pockets of polluted oxygen here, which are stifling things. It's not great. Where'd the polluted oxygen come in? I think it must be coming up through this... taking the long route up here, maybe. Carbon dioxide. Yeah, polluted oxygen. It's actually drifting up from down below here, oddly enough. Can't be in large quantities. I don't see anything off... Oh, there it is. Nope, that's chlorine gas. Huh. I thought maybe something must be off-gassing down here, but it doesn't look like it. So I'm maybe just going to block this off. put a little door in here so that the duplicates can kind of seal that off. In order to go down and get the oil, we're going to have to set up another setup for exosuits. Otherwise, they're going to overheat when they go down there, so we'll have to deal with that also. Probably a lot to tackle today. See you, McTaste. Sorry your internet sucks right now. Your laugh sounds like Seth Rogen. That's actually, I think 2 people have said that, unless you were the one that said it recently the other day. I don't get that very often. I think that's pretty much the first time I've heard that. It was just the other day. We're going to grab the algae here because we don't really need more duplicates right now. 17's enough for the moment. Some would say too many, but you want to glutton for punishment. What can I say? I kind of want to seal this in with a door so we can try to trap some gas in here and keep a good temperature and pressure. If we can keep the temperature down by not letting the hot air in, that might actually let me reduce the amount these are running. But I do like the fact that they also help cool the colony a little bit too. Just being scalded is your version of doing well. That yeah. Well, there's that. They're only getting scalded over here. They go over to these machines, and things are too hot over there. So when they run by, they're getting hurt, which is not great, obviously. But I mean, considering where we started out when we were using this is the Iridio asteroid, and where we started out on Iridio before, this is dramatically better already. So I'd say that's not so bad. Yeah, no monkeys tonight. I uploaded a video earlier though. You can check that out. Did a little bit of exploring with our little primate friends. Who's fleeing? That's unusual. Did a little exploring with the primates, and we found a cave and searched around in there. It was kind of cool. But tonight we're going to focus on colony building with oxygen not included. You can actually build an oil creature stable to get oil. Yeah, but we have to have the creatures first. So first I got to get a hold of them, and they actually need plastic to trap them, so it's kind of a catch-22. We're getting a little bit of plastic from up here when we shear a glossy Draco, which I think, yeah, there he is. There's a little glossy Draco here. So every time we shear him, we get a little bit of plastic. You can see it sitting on the ground there, but it's not like we have a lot. Manufacture material plastic. 450 kilograms worth of plastic. So we could probably make traps with that to trap some more slicksters once we get down there. Just be a function of getting down there, I guess. Get down there, get them trapped, bring them up, create a little stable area for them, pump it full of CO2, all the good stuffs. Okay, so if we check out the temperatures here, these are really quickly coming back down to a reasonable temperature. I think. Where's the chlorine shamug temperature plate? Thermoregular, 54 degrees now. So that's the temperature where it's not going to get damaged. And it won't scald our duplicates anymore. So that's good. This can't run endlessly this way. We're going to have to do a little bit more. But we'll go into utilities and grab a temp shift plate. We'll just make these out of dirt, I guess. And we'll sink the heat from these things down into the water here. That should solve that problem for now. So I don't need to worry about it. Love happy smiles on Slicksters. Guess where the answers end up. Still getting injured by... That's right. I make a point of injuring everything I play with. Anytime there's a critter that I have to control, it's pretty much a safe bet that it's not going to go well. We have a crazy amount of salt water up here that we're cleaning. This desalinator is doing a great job. It's actually producing more water than we need right now, which is perfect. This geyser up here, I think, is dormant now for a little while. It's going to be next active in about 40 cycles, but this water that's in here should last well past that time, so we'll be in good shape with that way. We don't have to worry about water at all for the moment. It's kind of nice. I feel like lately we've been just running out of water constantly, so now we've got a really good supply of it. So down here somewhere, I'm going to need to build a place for my exosuits. Now, I could create a little room here that they go in, and then they come back out and go down from there. I don't want to tap into the sour gas. Although the fire pole's right here is kind of convenient. I can't dig into this space here, but I could maybe build something like right in here. Let them go in, go through the gate, and then down and back out and the rest of the way down. Because we're going to have to dig down from here, I think. I have exosuits up top, but we can't really bring them all the way down bottom. They'll just take so much time traveling that it won't really get anything done. Hey, Fox, how's your night going? Hey, Hate, how are you? Did we go from dying primates to dying dupes? We did, only hopefully they won't be dying today. Stress is at like 10%, so that's not too bad. Food's in reasonable shape. We do need to build another food supply, and I still want to do that. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it just yet, but we're going to build another farm. We'll try and grow some bristle blossoms. Maybe I'll actually like put it out here eventually. We'll expand this out, and then we'll just pressurize the whole thing. See how it works. Get more glossy Drecos if you use millwood. Yeah, I just hadn't bothered setting it up here. There is a skim of, well, we're getting carbon dioxide here, so we might have to go, yeah, there's, what's the pressure in here? 650, 944. Yeah, there's a reasonably good amount of pressure in here. We could probably grow like a couple mealwood plants here, but the trouble is that you can't control which Draco is going to eat it. So I'm fine with it. We're okay with what we had. I also needed the reed fiber anyway, so it was just as well that they were there. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll put, I'm going to put the gates in here. I don't really need a lot of space for this. I'll block it off the wall down here so they can't go through. I'll close off a door over here so they can't go through that way, and we'll make sure they use the exosuits. Stations. Where's the arrow pointing on this thing? Oh, that's not the wrong one. Checkpoint. There we go. Oh, they added to the animation to give you a better idea of where to build stuff. That's a good idea. All right, that can go there. We'll need a couple of ambu suit docks. Like 6 of them, I guess. Now, up top here, we have a good supply of oxygen coming in from this system here. I actually turned it off, I think, because we had so much error between the two setups. But I can actually reroute this down here. We'll throw a bridge on. And we'll just send this all the way down into this bottom space, and we can feed it into our suits. And for this one, I think I'm going to feed them from the front toward the back. So it'll fill up the first suit first. It'll fill them up in succession. This is the way I've done it before. That way I always have a suit that's going to be well supplied with oxygen. This is close to our power supply too, which will be handy. Food supply that doesn't wriggle would be most welcome, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean the quality of the food you get from the mealwood is not good, obviously. It's better to improve it so you can get a better morale boost and stuff off it. It's not necessarily a requirement, as long as they're eating it away that they're not starving to death. We can even just use heavy wall wire for this. I don't really care about the decor down here. Plug all that in. Oh, and this gate needs to be turned off for now. We're going to disable this. Okay. We're going to need some suits for that, so this is going to have to get fired up. We'll need 6 Atmo suits. I love the way they dance. I don't know if anyone here follows the Twitter for Clay, but they tweeted out some new animated GIFs and stuff, which are pretty awesome. I downloaded a few of those. Some of them I've used actually for things like super chats and like memberships and stuff on the stream overlay. But they added a couple other ones, including one that I think is like the perfect symbol of like my colony. I think it's like ideal for me. I don't know if these will animate if I just double click on it. Hopefully it will. There it is. It's like the perfect symbol of my colony. Very cool. I thought it was neat they did that. Should prove the exosuits so they get a buff. Actually, I've done it for a lot of them. So down here, if you look, the exosuit training, we've added exosuit training for most of the duplicates now. We have so many skill points, we can't even spend them all right now. I think almost all of them have exosuit training now. Nope, that one doesn't. There we go. So every one of them has exosuit training. Speaking of the symbol of our colony. I haven't seen the other live stream for this colony. How's it been going? Actually, it's been going fairly well. I mean, we had a bit of a rocky start initially as I was kind of adapting to everything that has to do with the Iridio asteroid, because it's a little different than a normal starting biome. You have a forest biome to start with. Everything in here is hot. It starts off hot, and it just gets hotter as you continue to operate. Even this thing's... this must have warmed up a bit. Oh, yeah, this warmed up a lot. I need to set this on manual again. Allow manual use. So we have ice in the storage bin over here. They can just take it out and plug it in here. I'm going to let it run. We'll let it get into the super negatives. Super cool all the oxygen for a bit. I think I might actually need more ice makers in this. It's not. It may not provide quite enough ice to keep this cooling consistently. You meant the decor by the exosuits? Oh. Yeah, the decor down here is not so great. It's a little bit on the nasty side. I also have the heavy watt wire all running down here, so that's obviously not going to be great. Middle of the colony is not too bad. Bathrooms could be better. I could actually make small improvements in here to make some little bit of adjustment. So, for example, I could do some like corner molding in here, and throw in the crown molding across the top for a very small decor effect in the storage area. I mean, the places where the duplicates spend most of their time, though, are actually pretty good. Which is kind of the important thing, I figure. Oxygen is flowing into the suits now. This is still running. Okay, good. I thought I had turned that off for some reason, but I must have left it on, so that's good. Perfect. Have you tried the super cold planet yet? No, I haven't actually. So, I played the. We started with a different one. Which one was it? The there was one that they recommended that had all 3 of the normal biomes in it, or all 3 of the new biomes in it, rather. So we tried that one first to try out the forest biome. Then we went to the Iridio asteroid, where we start with the forest biome when things are really hot. But I haven't tried the ice biomes yet. I actually need to improve the decor in here too. It's not amazing in this room. I mean, the statue is doing a pretty good job, but it's not as good as it could be. As long as they're going to be in here, we might as well give them a nice place to sit. I think I'm all out of seeds, though, for hanging plants and stuff. Mirthleaf, acorn, mealwood, oxfern, salt vine, balm lily, briar seed. I got 3 briar seeds. Waterweed, fungal spores. Buddy buds. I got 2 buddy buds as well. I don't think I have any duplicates that have allergies. Wish there was a really way to check that over without having to individually check them all. Oh, it was I think it was Arborea we started with. Hey, Bertaloo, how are you? Yeah, we're back with our colony. It's been a little over a week now. Sorry, I got distracted running around with monkeys. And frankly, I'm probably going to be doing more monkey running later. What if the ice biomes will be easier to handle after a while? Machinery all creates heat. Yeah, pretty much anything that creates power, consumes power, or stores power is going to produce heat. So there's a certain amount of that, but from what I've heard, the cold often just kind of overpowers everything. Even people who are running heaters have found that it doesn't have enough. So I don't know. What's going on here? No, still filling that first suit. I wonder if I should split this up. I mean, I normally like feed this in a split up pattern like I have up here, where it feeds each suit equally. But I don't know. We'll leave it alone. I want to see how it goes. It takes a long time to fill the suit up to its completion, though, and that's my only concern. Oh, Gates is running again. Man, I feel like we just did this. Shine nymph eggs. Sure, we'll have those. If we're going well in this colony, the super cold asteroid will be too easy for me. Oh, really? I mean, I'm really good at generating too much heat, so there's that. Yeah, the slicksters are the little critters that create the oil. They are really cute. Pretty much everything in these games are cute. I mean, the duplicates are really cute. The Drecos are cute. I guess you could say the hatches are cute. I don't know. Oh, these guys are mean. They're just mean. There must be an egg in here somewhere, because they've got that... They got that nasty-eyed look. There it is. Alright, we'll sweep this egg up. That egg gets stored down here with the pips, and the pips just end up pulling it out of the container, so it's kind of like a... It's the circle of life. There must be an... Oh, no, their eyes are fine. Okay, they're good again. $4,000. I guess there's a couple in here. I should probably make sure I drop them out before they break on me. All the pips died off. I forgot about that. We have a little pipsqueak, but I don't think the pipsqueaks will actually empty the containers the way the adult ones do. Yeah, the pips are really adorable. Even the pipsqueaks are pretty cute. I think they're actually... I think they might be a little cuter when they're fully grown, but... Our dates were a couple hours. Oh, who's on a date? Is that Brittany? Ooh la la. Temperature's over here a little better. I don't really like this 44-degree water here, but it's definitely better than what we were dealing with the temps on these things. How much water is left down here? Oh man, there's lots. Maybe what I'll do is I'm going to switch this up. I'm going to take the water that's down here. I'm just going to cycle it endlessly over these things. That will keep them nice and cool. The duplicates will have to run through a little bit of water, but they can suck it up. Let's go to the liquid pump. I'll just stick that down here. We'll go like that. And then once this is built and hooked up, I'll just disconnect the other side of it. How much power have I got on this grid? I think this will be alright. I think. Hopefully we don't overload that grid. Pretty sure it's fine, but we'll find it soon enough. Spoke some, oh yeah, I didn't look in the other pick spam on Discord yet. They better not suck it up that salt water. Oh, if you're talking about the duplicants, they can only pick up water now with the pitcher pump. They won't pick it up naturally on their own. Oh, unless you were just cracking a joke about being salt water and them not wanting to drink it. Yeah, the shovels are cute, but they're a little strange looking. I had 2 of them down here, 2 or 3 of them, but we didn't take good enough care of them. We weren't feeding them, and they apparently didn't appreciate that. I don't know why. Disable that over there. Somehow I got a whole pile of oxygen in here too. I'm not entirely sure how it ended up in here, because I don't remember pumping oxygen into this space. Okay. I kind of feel like I want to convert this over to the farming area. It's 37 degrees over here, which is actually not that bad. I mean, it's not as cool as it is over here. But if I could expand it out over here, and then find a way to just reasonably pressurize it, and then we can take some of the water that we've been producing up here and send it down there to grow some nice little plant life. We might have to cool the water before we send it down for farming, though, which means more power consumption. In the meantime, we'll work on this, though. They have all these built. Where's my suits? They have those done, too. Okay. Or at least some of them. What are we missing? Insufficient resources, aluminum, waiting for materials. Oh, we need refined aluminum for that. Which means we just gotta go punch the button. Somebody can take their frustrations out on the machine. Oops. Yeah, did not mean to do that. There we go. Probably easier if I just typed in the box. Look at pick spam. Well, I don't want to put it on the I don't want to put it on the stream. And I don't see that I have the window open now, so if I pop it open, I don't know where it's going to open up. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'll look at other pick spam. I got to do it off stream because I don't want to share pictures that she may not want to share online. Other than on the Discord, I guess. How many outfits does a girl need to wear to a date? That's just what I want to know. 3 seems a bit much. Very nice, though. Hopefully it all went well for her. You love that there's a towel by the metal refinery? I've never even noticed that. Oh, there is. That's so they could, like, wipe the sweat off. It would be nice to get switched over to a proper metal refinery instead of using the rock crusher. I want to get there eventually, too. How's our liquid buildup down here? Okay, these are clearly not going to grow down here. It's just too hot. And frankly, we don't need the wood anyway. We have tons of it. So I'm going to dig all those up. And then I think we're just going to drain all the piping of the polluted water and we'll use that somewhere else. You start thinking about refinery and steam cooling. Yeah, well, I'm going to set up the refinery for with the steam power generator. It's just not necessarily number one on my list right now. Cut down that. How much lumber do we have, actually? Wait a minute. How do we have lumber to 0? I thought we had like 42,000. Alright. I guess I do need to grow some wood. What's the storage bin full of? Oh yeah, dirt for these things. Huh. Alright. Well, that is a problem. That's not going to run anymore. I thought I had like 42,000 lumber left still. Well, that's not good. That's all set for harvest. Alright. So, another problem to solve. We got to grow lumber. Probably do that down here. Yeah, the lumber does go quick. I think what the issue here is I should change up the settings on my batteries and stuff too. So I predominantly want to use the... Oh, I'm almost out of hydrogen. This is great. We're about to run into a real power crisis. This thing is dormant. How long is it dormant for? It's not going to be active for another 29.8 cycles. We're almost out of hydrogen power. We're out of... Oh man, I'm gonna be hurting for power very soon. What I should do is produce some glass. So, I don't even have that many shine bugs down here anymore. Produce some glass so we can like set up a solar panel to get a little bit of power. Maybe I might have to think very carefully about where I'm spending my power very soon. Hey Scott, how are you? And unfortunately, when we run out of power, the bathroom doesn't work. So, oh, this is... Oh, yeah, we're getting brownouts already. Alright, let's disable this for now. We'll save that power. It consumes a lot, so that's fine. Our oxygen production is on its own power grid, so it's not going to be affected, and that's fine. Ooh, this flooded. How did that flood? Oh, the extra ice. I need to get rid of some water in here. No, actually, they're still working. Even though they're flooded, they're still working. That's handy. Weird. Wouldn't have thought they would, but I'll take it anyway. Alright. So, I thought we were in a good spot. Everything's about to crash and burn on me. Let's get the suits delivered. Deliver that. And then once we get these all delivered, I can head down. If we can find some oil, then we can set up a fuel refinery. That would be handy. Now, what works? Solar power with shine bugs is way too low. Lucky to get 30 watts. Yeah, I knew it would be relatively low, but I just figured it's free power that we weren't having to do anything for. But if it's that low, yeah, it's really not going to net us anything. Building should not be disabled. Let's enable this building. I should actually build a second coal power generator here. We have enough coal for it. I don't need this, so we're going to disable that building. That'll save power. This one can be disabled. Okay, so that's all fine for the moment. Always a crisis to solve. Try storing the raw materials in the coal. If they're used before, will cool off. Yeah, I don't have that many cold places to store things. That's the problem. Like this whole asteroid is hot. There's no frozen biomes or anything in here. Let's go like so. I'm gonna build this ladder up here too. Actually, this whole floor in here should be insulated tile, since it's right above a generator. And then I can put a heavy watt joint plane in here after I destroy this. Brittany with the super chat. Hey, gossiping's not nice. Hey, Brittany. Welcome back. Thank you for the super chat. It wasn't gossip. We were just talking about things that have nothing to do with us. Is that the definition of gossip? If it is, then we might be in trouble. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice a short-term power amount and destroy this thing and build 2 new ones. Hopefully I have enough gold for this. I only have... Oh, I have 7,000. We're alright. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even need to deconstruct it. Cancel! I didn't think I had enough room there, but I guess I do. I'm also going to need some more automation wire. Which is a problem because I don't have enough power to produce it. This is great. Espresso machine's got to be disabled too. I know it's a critical life-saving piece of machinery, but I've got a lot of power consumption going on here. Wasn't mean, Durgan. I think it was a perfectly reasonable question. Yeah, we might have to throw some manual power generators in here. I was kind of hoping we were completely done with those for now, but the issue is just where to connect them in. So I have my power grid down here. It's kind of messy. There's a lot of stuff on this power grid right now. None of these are producing any power, and they won't for many cycles to come. These aren't really running anyway, but we'll deconstruct them. They won't have any power consumption if they're not on the system. I completely disconnected these things already. What else have I got up here that I don't need running? Where's all this water coming from? Alright, that's fine. It's only running a tiny little bit. This thing's not running at all, so it's not consuming any power. We can turn off our desalinator for a little bit. That will help. Disable this building. Ah, that's better. Colony's in danger. A normal colony at last. I'm not asking my wife if she thinks that question is reasonable. First of all, I'd have to go wake her up, which would get me in trouble, and then... Secondly, I'm pretty sure I know what the answer would be. Oh, look. More stuff. Rust, 31.5 to... alright, we'll take that anyway. Not that we necessarily need the rust or anything, but... How is this thing still running? Oh, they must have grabbed a little bit more lumber. Yeah, they did. Oh, good. We're getting small peaks of power. This battery down here, I don't need this one powering up anymore. I wonder if I could just disable it altogether, actually. We're gonna disable this thing because it's gonna be consuming power to charge up, and I don't really need it to. Which just means everything has to run more. Gonna need that new gift soon. I don't think so. We cut back enough power. I think we're okay now. Plus, we're getting a small burst off of this. I unplanted all this, but now that I'm thinking about it, I really probably should consider maybe just cooling this area so that I don't have to worry about. You know what? I'm gonna leave all this intact. I know I dug up the. I thought I told them to just deconstruct these things, but I guess I didn't. All right, whatever. I dug these up already because it was too warm down here. They weren't growing, but I might need them anyway. Actually, I could even build them down here. The temperatures are better. Was the air volatiles on the compost area the reason we got so much chlorine in the base? No. Originally, I was using the salty oxidizer, or the rusty oxidizers rather, to oxygenate the base, and they let off chlorine. Ever since they changed it from a liquid that it lets off to a gas, it's a little bit harder to control where the chlorine goes from those things if you leave it in an open area. So we had all this chlorine that sort of drifted down. I sucked up a whole bunch of it with the salt vines. There's still some drifting around down here. We have it again in our, once again back in our farm area, which kind of sucks. I got 4 of the 6 suits built. Just need 2 more, but the duplicate's going to use that now. This door here, we can lock it? I wonder if it'll let me lock that door. If so, that'll stop our duplicates from taking an alternate route instead of using the exosuits. Should be more ways to use chlorine. I mean, there's a few ways to use it. There's an ore scrubber, which doesn't really have any good utility to it, to be honest. Yeah, it is really limited. You can use it to, like, disinfect liquids and gases in storage containers, but yeah, it's pretty limited in its utility. Yeah, the exosuit machine's off, but that's okay. I can turn it on now, I guess. I only had it off momentarily, temporarily, whatever. I wonder if I could build a little airlock here that will stop some of this nastiness from going everywhere. No, I really can't. Just put a door here. Although if I use a door, then yeah, whatever. We'll put a door here. Turn this on now. Well, I also want to set this up so that it will be clearance vacancy. Yeah, that's fine. Which food's best early, mid, and late game? Well, early, obviously, your best food is going to be your mealwood. Mid game, you move into like bristle blossoms and your dust caps, and then later game, I find I still use the dust caps, but you can start to look at what else do we got here that we can grow. Need to click on a tile. I mean, you use meat like later game. Oh, if you have an ice biome, then the frost wheat is really good. This particular colony doesn't have an ice biome, so I can't make frost wheat, but clearance vacancy. I've not played with that. So basically, what it means is they'll only go through the gate and drop off the suit if there's a vacancy, and if there's not a vacancy, they won't go through. Hey, CrypticFox, enjoying the new Ancestor streams. Might have to pick it up. Yeah, that game's really fun. I've had a real blast with it this week. We streamed 3 days in a row, so it's I think we're due for a short break here while we play a little bit of Oxygen Not Included, and then we'll get back to. I'm probably gonna end up playing more Ancestors this weekend. Much to Durgan's chagrin. She's convinced I'm addicted. I may or may not be. Let's just dig straight down here. I should actually put some fire poles down here too if I have the materials for it. What does this take? It doesn't take refined metal, so we'll use a little bit more. We'll make some fire poles down here so our duplicates can get down quickly. Mueller, there we go. Give them a fast route down. They'll have to run all the way up, unfortunately, but if they can get down there quickly, they'll do more work. Good thing ammonia doesn't exist in the game. Yeah. Shinebug's here. Oh, there's a shinebug in here again. They keep laying eggs through this door. I need to get rid of this thing. Nope, I had it clicked there. Shine nymph. Get rid of that. Getting pretty low pressure CO2 down here too. I'm surprised how little CO2 there is. I know I'm scrubbing it right here, but it's a little bit too low pressure for my farming needs. Be driving/streaming the stream in my parents' new car tomorrow during the 34th. Oh yeah, nice. We're likely to disable at least one scrubber. Yeah, we probably don't need it now. Well, it's hard to say. We have 2 of these running, but they're all going to be pushing the CO2 past this scrubber. We probably could disable one of these. I'm not going to deconstruct it because we might need it. Save that power. I mean, on the plus side, oxygen levels are still reasonably good for the duplicates. Especially if they're in the hospital. Oxygen is lower than normal, meaning less CO2. But yeah, it's true, because the more oxygen pressure we build up, the more it compresses the CO2 down, but it hasn't expanded up that much. It is a little bit, but not crazy much. I might actually need to, with 17 duplicates, I might need to turn this back on. At least one of them. Then we need to deliver algae to it. Where's my organic menu? 10 kilograms of algae. Oh yeah, we're just loaded with algae. No trouble. Classic WoW stream ever? I'm probably not going to play Classic WoW, to be honest. I did have the urge to play it a little bit, but the reality is I just don't know that I have the time I can commit to a game like that. No wire connected. Wait a minute. Oh, I get it. I broke the one little wire that was connecting those. Yeah, so I did have the urge a little bit to play Classic WoW, but I'm not likely to ever stream it, and I doubt I'll end up even playing it at all. I disabled my WoW account a few years ago, and now that I'm doing so much with YouTube, yeah, I'm just not likely to. Disable it for now, yeah. Yeah, I mean, once we have it built and all the piping names are already set up, it would be no point in breaking it down. Any streaming plans for near-released games? It depends on what you have in mind. I'm always looking for new games to play that I'm going to have interest in. I'd like to maybe play... So there's a couple of updates that came up for games, like... oh, shoot. My brain won't work. What's the Frozen one? I cannot even think of the game right now. Frostpunk. There's an update that came out for Frostpunk, a DLC that added some new content. I'd like to play that some more. I heard there was a new update that came out for Stranded Deep, but I've never played Stranded Deep, so I'm kind of tempted to try that out. But I don't know. I'm always, like I said, I'm always kind of looking for stuff to play. I just don't always have a good idea for what I want yet. This I want to set on... I thought there was like an autofill option here where you could just pump like crazy out of this thing. I need to get rid of some of the water that's in here, and I don't really want to do it the hard way. Because frankly, I'm lazy. Maybe I guess I could break open the wall here. Dig this out. Break down this. And then build a tile in here. Break this tile and then just plug it back in again. Man, the gate's active again. I feel like they sped this thing up or something. Joy Seeds, we'll take those. Aaron's tab on pump for bottler. Oh. Nope. Available errands. It's not there. Am I mistaken, or was there not like an auto bottling option on this thing before? Where you could just set it for auto bottling and they would just like automatically go and fill it up. I don't know. Whatever. That goes the chill. You talking about this spot up here? It's too warm. It's up to 40 degrees now. Still cooler than it could be. It's coming in at 57 and coming out at 40. But it's not getting chilled enough. These are not running consistently. They're flooded. They're flooded. The dupes aren't filling them up, so we're not producing the ice, which isn't giving us the cooling. So I would say this system works, but I just need to get a better, consistent method of producing the ice for it. Auto bottle's on the bottler, not the pump. Man, that did like nothing to lower the water level. That was terrible. Come on. I need to spread this out. Oh, you know what? This thing's over pressure. I actually need to. If I cut the pipe here, it's gonna. I should have put a pipe bridge in here. If I break the pipe here now, it's gonna wind up flooding stuff, which is gonna add more water. I can't win. Josh with the super chat. What are your most anticipated games to come? I really have no idea, to be honest. I'm so out of touch right now with what's on the near horizon. I need to go and spend some time doing some more research. I've been too busy playing. Auto bottle's on the emptier. Oh, okay. That's what it was. I got it all backwards in my brain. I'm sure you're all surprised by this. Let's deconstruct that. That'll spread it up by like one more tile. This isn't working. Maybe I'll trick the priority in the water pumps over others. Select deconstruct, set priority higher, and disable deconstruct. It wasn't so much the water pump I was getting rid of. It was the I wanted to break the pipe so we would stop sending water down here, because this whole system doesn't require any water input after you get it going. They just keep using the same water over and over. Ancestors Don't Starve edition. I mean, I think I might have already almost starved a couple times in that game, so it's kind of like that kind of edition already anyway. Oh, our food's getting low. Which bars? Lice loaf. What have we got in storage here right now? Not a lot of meal lice. You know, I felt so good when the stream started about where the colony was sitting to begin with, and I'm not feeling so great now because it's not as great as it was. It's going downhill quick on me. Gold amalgam down here. Yeah, I really don't want to feed the mush bars. It's gross. But I think I'm going to need to. It's dropping too quick. Relative to the number of duplicates that we have. And I haven't built that other farm space yet, which is increasing my urgency for needing to build one, I guess. I can actually just deconstruct the piping that I built over here now. Let's get all this out of the way. I don't need any of that. If we build insulated tile across here, I'm going to need to dig these things up, but I'm going to plant a bristle blossom farm out here. It's not going to be that big, but it'll be something. It consumes a lot of water, so I got to watch how much I actually tap into it. We'll need a ladder on the inside of here. Like that. How about we make a door here instead of a wall? Let's not kill our duplicants. We'll do something novel and try to keep them alive. Colony set up with a good supply of food and fresh water, and yeah, it really was. When we started, we had everything, and then I ran out of power. And one thing I missed in that description was a good supply of power, apparently. Have to hand it to you. Ancestors is hard. Tried it last night. It's freaking hard. Yeah, you've got to really kind of pay attention, right? I think the biggest part of it is it's all based on timing. So you just kind of have to get the timing down on when to click everything. Once I figured out how to do the combat reasonably well, it got a lot easier, but it's definitely not one of the easiest games around, that's for sure. Let's deconstruct this now. I'm gonna wind up trapping duplicates in here again. The trapping has already begun. Let's put a high priority over here. Get this stuff done over here. If you don't get that done, you guys are in trouble. I mean, they have oxygen here, so they won't suffocate, but well, they can still get out. Oh, good. I let all this polluted oxygen out. That's even better. What on earth was I thinking? Big fan. Try not to pee in the water. Hey, Naru. We're pretty good for where our water's situated now. We're not really, none of our water's at risk of contamination in a way that it matters. This is the only one we're using that has a pump in it that we're, like, drawing water out for food production. And it's a relatively short trip. So, not as much risk of germs there. Pablo Mark with a super chat. Been watching the channel for months already. Thanks for the great entertainment. By the way, this should be about $5 or so. Well, thanks, Pablo. Very much appreciated. Thanks for the support and the super chat. Already lost 3 monkeys from missing combats. Also lost count on how many rocks I destroyed. Yeah, it's not super easy. Like, you really need to get the timing down. Once you get the timing down on how to do it, it gets easier. But starting out, because I mean they don't really hold your hand, right? You just, they give you some pretty basic instructions to begin the game, and then you gotta kind of run with it. Yeah, it's a good game. I enjoy it. But it's definitely not the easiest. ARS is our Argentinian peso. So I'm assuming you're an Argentinian. So hello in Argentina. No, yeah. Once we convert it to Canadian dollars, it becomes a little bit more than the U.S. version. Like a polluted oxygen here. Do we have germs in here? Nope, no germs. Just polluted oxygen, so that's alright. Oh, look at that. They fed this plant out here. I don't want them feeding this thing. Disable delivery. Stop feeding that. Save the algae for what we needed instead of the colony. You're trapped, so that's great, because I'm super smart. Build this down here. At least you can breathe. You're trapped also. That's good. We can just deconstruct this. We're going to be letting more chlorine in the base, which isn't good. I'm going to deconstruct here. And here. Let's get a door in place. We try to limit the amount of chlorine we're sending in here. That's where all that polluted oxygen came from. Get that morb out of here. Die, morb, die! Had to climb up the ladder to shoot him. They're just a little stuck. We got them fixed. They're alright. Everybody's rooting for dupe death. That's pretty much how these streams always go. They're like, it's always just like waiting to see which duplicate's gonna die first, when it'll happen. In some ways, I'm almost surprised there's no betting that goes on. Maybe there is, and I'm just not privy to it. Okay, let's dig. While we're down here, we'll dig out over here. We'll get some algae, because that can't hurt. Kind of wish I had enough plastic to make the tube system so they could get around a little quicker. Saying that because we watch you play and look easy, and it's not really not. Yeah, that's the way a lot of stuff looks, to be honest. I hope you enjoy it though. It is it's a fun game, but it's definitely not super easy. Can't all be Canadians and need to have more Argentinian representation. If it's not pee in the water, it's wanting death. Yeah. Anything, you know, it's kind of like a train wreck. People are always looking for that accident they can go stare at. That'd be awesome, but I'm not sure that everyone would be able to understand him. We talk, after all, in Spanish. This is true. Yep. And I do speak pretty quickly, too, so I guess it might make it even more challenging. Dupe chef name. No dupe for you. Thanks for the super chat, thanks for the super chat, Jess. No dupe for you. 1 year. Man, even with the exosuits, I wonder if they can get down here. This shine bug is going to be the end of me. Somebody get rid of this thing. I should build another... How close am I here to this thing? Can I build another layer of... farming... illumination. I want to build another layer of farming for dust caps, because dust caps are good food. It says I can build there, but I don't trust it. It's only 1 tile high. That can't be right. I guess I could swap out tiles down here. How hot is it down here? 44 degrees, 37. The dust cap grows in up to 35 degrees, so that's not going to work. That rules that out. There's always a couple Spanish speakers in here. Puerto Rico, yep. Oh, mine. I don't feel like I'm quite such a goof. Everybody else screws up too. Yeah, there's that. Just remember the automation wire on the second coal generator. You know what? I didn't. Thank you. Although apparently, I don't have any metal refined. Man, they went through all 20 of that already? Must have used most of it on the suits, I guess. I mean, now that we're probably not wasting any power because we just have a constant need of it right now, but... Alright, I guess we'll take the briar seeds. Okay, in this area over here, I'm going to want our farming setup. So let's do... For the bristle... Oh, I actually need hydroponic tile. So for the bristle blossoms, I'd kind of like to have it turned into a farm station, but ultimately I'm going to connect these together so they have an easy way to get through once I get this whole area cooled off. So I guess I'll do... I'll plan to put them all the way across here. Oh, they got the tile replace thing now for ladders. I forgot about that. Like so. Deconstruct this, and then I guess we can deconstruct this. We'll dig up all this mess. We'll start that way. Probably should have moved this insulation tile down one more layer so I could have the same number of rows for bristle blossoms, but I guess this would be a good start. Bristle blossoms need light too, so oh, that's right. Kind of forgot about the light situation, to be honest. What's the range on this thing again? So I could swap out like one tile at a piece here. That's gonna go 3 tiles over, so I need basically 2 of these lights. Man, I should have made this just a little bit wider. Get out of the way, duplicate. Alright. We'll get it all figured out. If we smuggle the shine bugs through customs. It's 4 a.m. here in the UK, and I'm burping off the bed. I'll catch the rest of the mod. Alright, see you, Phase58. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate the super chat earlier. Yeah, the super chat's not $300. It was 300 Argentinian pesos, which translates to about $7 Canadian. I mean, no, it was $300. That's totally normal. So I'm now doing 2 jobs. I've got duplicates coming down here to try to dig their way down. In search of oil. And probably more importantly, I'm working on farming up here to try to get food. And I really should do something more for trees as well, I guess. 40 degrees. It's all 41 down here. It's too hot. It's much too hot. Big time streamer? Hardly. Love when baby shinebugs first discover the feeder. If you zoom in, there's a nom nom nom. Oh, nice. Gameplay of Ancestors make me feel the same way as I did when they announced Badlands 3. Remember the $50 guy? Well, there was actually there was a stream last November, I want to say, where people were going back and forth $100 at a time. It was crazy. Just nutty. Yeah, chat's going at a reasonable pace today because we have 322 people in stream instead of 1,500. Last night was nutty. I feel bad for the mods, but they did a really good job. It's one of those situations where, like, you want to run into that as a streamer or content creator because, you know, it's a good opportunity for growth. A lot of people see your stuff that might not see it otherwise. But by the same token, when you're not normally running streams with 1,500 people in them, it's really hard to adapt on the fly a little bit. Okay. In here, I'm going to put airflow tiles. I think I'm actually going to destroy this ladder at the end of this. I just go right to the wall. Because ultimately I'll break the ladder here. I'm going to seal this. We'll put doors in here so that our duplicates can go through. And then this will count, these will count as separate rooms. I don't have any fertilizer, though. I guess I'm going to need that. We can get to that later. Liver content, man. Thanks, Elder. Appreciate it. Poke shells are good for that compost cleanout. Yeah, I don't really have too many compost places anymore. Where's... I had a composting spot here somewhere at one point. I haven't used it in a while, though, because... oh, I still have 4 of them here, I guess. Let's sweep this. Oh, a couple of poke shells died. I forgot I haven't been feeding them. Where on earth am I even getting polluted dirt at this point? I don't even know where I'm making it from anymore. I guess there'll be a little bit coming from the sieves. I wonder if I could just put, if we put a storage bin, one of those automated storage bins, automatic dispenser, stores any solid materials delivered by the duplicants, dump stored materials back to the world when it receives a green signal. Trouble is I'd have to set it up for sweeping only, which means I'd have to individually tell it to sweep it all the time, just to dump it on the ground to feed these things. Yeah, I'm not really in that much of a rush to feed them. I feel slightly bad about it, but not that bad. Just closed your Oni, now you're going to watch me play Oni. Well, welcome, Stephanie. Ooh, that's a lot of CO2 in there. Whereabouts? Depends which area you're talking about. It's actually fairly low pressure CO2 down here. In here we have fairly high pressure CO2, so go gadget us. As well as chlorine and other things. I don't have anywhere to pump this stuff to. I gotta get all the gases out of here, so I'm gonna need to pump to create a vacuum in this space. Let's deconstruct this. Don't kill the precious poke shell. The poke shells are really cool, but I gotta set up a better system for feeding them. Because they eat polluted dirt. I mean, I could put sweepers, I guess, wherever I have the sieves. It's just not very efficient. Or not efficient, but it's just not really convenient because I gotta build a whole bunch of them. So, gotta get some tips from your daughter for the Sims 4 Black Widow challenge. Basically, start as a poor sim and have to marry, kill, inherit your way up to riches. You know, I've never really even played Sims 4. My daughter loves it. I feel like I've invested a small fortune in that game. Because every time there's an expansion that comes out, of course she wants it. And the expansions are just ridiculously expensive. I don't really know why. I've not entirely understood the level of appeal in that game, but... A little bit more storage. I need to get rid of these ladders here. We'll build some more over here, too. Just go all the way across the airflow tile. Might as well play on her account, yeah. Pump the CO2 to the middle top of your base. Why, just for kicks? I mean, the CO2 is in pretty good shape. I mean, it's getting down nice and low where I want it to be. I don't know why I would send it back to the top. Poke shells eat so much dirt that you need so much production to have more than 2 poke shells. Yeah, you'd have to still be using outhouses and then have that set up to feed them, I guess. Whereas, you know, at the time, I took this because I was more interested in the water. We almost could set up a couple of different bathrooms so that if we want the polluted dirt, we just make them use the outhouses, and if we want the water, we use the lavatory. But let's say power too, I guess. You know what? Actually, this might be a good idea. I'm gonna build a second bathroom up here. We'll build a second bathroom up here, and we're gonna have our duplicants. Actually, before they dig all this out, cancel this. I'm gonna swap this all over to insulated tile. And then our duplicate's going to use the outhouse if the power ever runs out. We'll set up the door or something with a switch on it. I think somebody recommended this in a comment, actually. We'll set a door on it so that it will activate if there's no power. And open the door so that if we ever have a power outage, they'll still have a place to go to the bathroom. They won't pee all over the place. And then we can produce polluted dirt we can feed our poke shells with. Favorite thing to do in Sims is Rags to Riches, where you start... Say your starting money is to 0 and have to find a way to survive till you get 50,000. How do... In a game where you're supposed to build a house and live in it, how on earth do you start at $0? Put doors on the farm to make it a room. I will eventually. These ones, I didn't really care. Because the mealwood doesn't get any growth benefit from it being specifically a farm. When it comes to our bristle blossoms, though, I am going to want those to be a farm space. Let's build the roof in here. Seal that off. Temperatures in here actually aren't that bad. 36 degrees, 37. They should have fail open and fail close as an option. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of do it with automation, maybe. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to set that up automation-wise. Buffer gates, because I don't think you can necessarily connect power to this system directly. I might have to think about that. That much bristle blossom, though, you'd be fine, I think. They grow pretty quick if the conditions are right. Yeah. Yeah, they should be fine. I just want to, I mean, I don't even have fertilizer anyway, so it's not necessarily going to be that critical that this is a farm space. When I break this open, I'm going to put the doors in here. So each layer will be its own door. I guess I'll leave this the way it is there. Okay, so we're going to need irrigation coming in here. And the water's a lot farther away than I was thinking. Oh, I should turn this back on too. Enable that building, and then I guess we'll send the water down from up here. That's a really long way to send it, unfortunately. But we'll tap in here. Actually, there's actually no point in tapping in there. I can just go right down to here. Down into here. We'll send this all the way across. Little pipe bridge in here. Okay, then I'm going to split it here. Okay, so that'll be our water input. I'm going to have to cool this area. Because I think the bristle blossom needs to be, like, what, under 40? Oh, never mind. I have no blossom seeds. Are you kidding me? Wow, I'm building a whole farm for a plant I have no seeds for. That is terrible. Huh. And I learned something today. Wow, that sucks. Let's just cancel all of that. Oh, man. It didn't even occur to me that the starting biome that we're starting with here doesn't have bristle blossom seeds in it. For some reason, I thought we had found some. Did the pips take them? No, I think that because we started the farm biome, there just aren't bristle blossoms. For some reason, I thought we had the seeds for it, but Oxford and Dasha, pinch of pepper nuts, fungal spores. Nope. Well, that presents some problems, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, we're taking that barbecue. 12,000 kilograms. Oh, he's so cute, though. Bring on the barbecue. SMRT, that's right. They do come up in the 3D printer. They do, but that's like not enough to plan for a whole farm. That's nutty. I'm gonna just have to go with mealwood. That really sucks. You did the same thing in your colony? Nice. Hashtag stand up fox. Hashtag go back to sleep fox. You're already sleeping. Alright, well, I don't really need hydroponic farms in here, but it won't hurt to have them, I guess. Except I have to look at those stupid symbols all the time. I'm gonna swap them out. Just because, only for the sole reason... Oh, I can't. Oh, man. I just don't want to look at the, I don't want to look at these symbols the whole time. You can farm more mushrooms? Yeah, but that many mushrooms would require a lot of slime, too. And the slime's not conveniently located up there. I have a slime storage bin hiding right here. And as we dig into the biome down below here, we can tackle some more slime, actually, which would be good. Oh, we got the algae over here. Nice. Excellent. Give me all that goodness. There's also a bunch of slime down here. Ooh, there's our first bit of crude oil. Ooh. Our first spore kid. Eerily alluring appearance that masks the fact that they host a particularly nasty strain of brain fungus. I love that. Good old zombie spores. Decor plus 80. They look really nice. And they'll slightly kill you. Good times. And screw that thing, yeah. We're gonna dodge around that. We're gonna give it a wide berth. Don't you worry. We don't want to go anywhere near that thing. Okay, let's take a cross over here. We can get a nice little pocket of slime for our mushrooms up here. Oh boy. Well, that's man, that was a real kick in the pants. I mean, we can on the plus side, I guess we can grow more mealwood. I have lots of mealwood seeds. It's not good food, but it's good enough for the stress level they're having to manage. Brittany with a super chat. People can stop panicking now. You're back again. Well, welcome back, Brittany. How'd your date go? No details, but hopefully it was good. Let me get this straight. We have all these other hardships to overcome in this game. They had a deadly flower that has no use other than to make us zombies. Something like that, yeah. I mean, it gives decor, so technically you could use it. Like, plus 80 decor is a pretty decent amount for a plant. But you'd have to, like, encase it in glass or something so that you're getting the decor effect out of it, but you're not being exposed to the spores. Either way, not good. Oh, you know what? I realized I was going to deconstruct these things. I have them built in a way where the sweeper can't reach them both. All right, let's deconstruct all this mess. I want to fix this. If I'm gonna use this thing, I'm gonna use it right. I still didn't build that the wire. Put it in a room full of chlorine. Well, I guess that would work also, but then what's the purpose, right? I mean, you want to put it in a place where you're getting the benefit out of the decor, and a room full of chlorine is probably not going to be the place you're getting the decor benefit. Okay, team, you got to work fast. Oh, really? As soon as I tell you to work fast, you stop working. That seems about right. Management 101. Don't tell people to work fast. Alright. I'll put this here. This here. And I think the sweeper will fit in between. No, it won't. Cancel. Just with the super chat. Use zombie spores instead of molten copper. I don't even know what the effect looks like in terms of, like... I don't imagine they start stumbling around like zombies or anything, but... I think it would be cool if they did, but I don't think they do. I broke one of those things for no reason. Hooray! I'm smart. Okay, we need storage bin for our coal. Heavy watt wire to be used for this thing. And then we're going to need that automation wire. One in there, one in there. And then I'm going to set this whole thing for priority 7, so we got to rebuild quickly because I kind of need power for things to work. Especially the bathrooms, which currently are not being fed with power. Hooray! Blast it in. Decor leaks through glass tiles. Yeah, decor will go through glass tiles. It'll also go well, it used to go through a certain degree through airflow tiles. I haven't checked to see whether it still does or not. Copy settings. This needs to be set for consumable ore. If I can make my brain work. There it is. Jeez. Cool. Priority 6. So you gonna rotate the sweeper base vertical instead of horizontal? Yeah, but I probably should have. I could have put them a little closer together. But I was kind of cramped for height in here anyway with the storage bin. Oh, I dismantled one of the power lines. Go me. IR smart. There we go. Priority 7 on these. There we go. Oh, I need this to be a 6 for the storage bin. And these are 7 there, so now it'll feed. Okay, good. That's mildly better anyway. Man, we have plenty of those mushroom caps. I really could grow more mushrooms. I just need to make a better space for them down here. Because I can't really fit them in here. Like, this is hot down here. Well, it's actually... Oh, how hot's the gas? 37? That's not that bad. Just the air is a little on the warm side. 34 degrees. Alright, I can make that work, I think. If I swap this into farm tiles... It's going to drain the water out down here, which is going to kind of be a waste, but... Broke power behind the cool room. I think I fixed all that, right? Yep. Hey, Never Escape, how are you? Hey, D's the Rock, how are you? It's not that I know you can't sleep, it's just that I always stream late. With all the work that, I work during the daytime, then I have, like, family stuff, and then I do YouTube at night when the rest of my family is asleep in bed. So this is, like, my time to play around and work on YouTube. So yeah, I'm always a pretty late streamer that way, which is sometimes really inconvenient. Other times it works out well. Okay, deconstruct this stuff. I'm gonna have to pump basically all the oxygen out of here. Well, actually, I have a decent amount of oxygen up here. I could put, I could almost put a pump here to take the oxygen that's up here to pump it into my farm space after I vacate all the junk that's in here. I think I need to create a bit of a vacuum. Which means I'll need a store. You know what? Let's not cancel it. Let's not do this just yet. I'm gonna put a storage container in here. Oh, actually, I have a little bit of plastic. I can put a high pressure 2500. I could just put a high pressure vent in. Overpressure is at 20 kilograms, so that's good. I can just overpressurize over here. Put a gas pump in here. I'll just set it out here into that space. I'll have to get rid of this door ultimately, but small price to pay, I think. For duplicates that get to eat. And preferably not the mush bars that we've been making, because not only is that a waste of water, it's also a waste of duplicate time. Would it work if you turned a couple of those farm tiles upside down and tried the chlorine thingies? The chlorine thingies. Are you talking about these, the pinch of pepper nuts? Not sure which plant you mean. Trouble is I don't have that many seeds for things. Or you mean the nosh beans? No, those are carbon dioxide. Bomb lily seeds? They grow on chlorine. But bomb lilies you can't eat. I still can't believe they have these set up for bleach stone as a requirement. 500 grams per cycle of bleach stone. But there's not really a good renewable source of bleach stone anywhere. Yeah, the pinch of pepper nuts. I have some of those growing already. I don't really need a lot of them. The only thing I'm using them for right now is coffee. And actually, I'm not even using that because I had to turn the power off for the time being. Our power consumption has been a little bit much. What is this connected to? Where's my smart battery for this thing? Oh, it's this one. I feel like this thing should have its own smart battery. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give this its own smart battery so I can set it at a lower threshold. So we'll use the coal preferentially over the petroleum and try to let some of this some of the ethanol build up a bit. Let's stick a smart battery in here. Oh, but it's all going to be on the same grid, so it's not really going to matter. Nah, actually, I guess it will. It'll be fine. Hold on. Let's throw automation wire in here. We'll connect this up to there. Whoops. Oh, yeah, that was derpy. Connect that up to there. We'll need a power line to go down to this thing. Plug it in. Smart battery sounds about right. It's connected to a smart battery now, but the trouble is it's on the same smart battery as the coal generators, which means that I can't set them at different preferences or priorities, and I think I'd like to. So I want this one to kick on when the power gets down to, like, say, I don't know, 30, and this one is set to kick on when the power. Oops. I thought I had this one set to 40, but. Kick on the power, well, 35 will work. So, when the power on this gets down to 35%, the coal power generators will kick in if they're not running already. If it gets down even lower than that, then the petroleum generator will kick in. And that, hopefully, will get to a place where we start to preserve a little bit of the ethanol. And then this wire needs to be deconstructed. Actually, I can get rid of a whole bunch of it. Recover some metal. Give me back the refined metal. There we go. What if you did a special Sims 4 live stream with your daughter, just like 20 minutes? I probably should, actually. Her and I have been talking about, you know, maybe doing a joint live stream at some point where she can join my stream. We hadn't really thought about what we wanted to do. Probably in that case, she would do like all the work in the building and stuff, and I would just be there to make stupid comments. But. Yeah, you can make liquid chlorine, but I'm pretty sure the puff's the only way to get the bleach stone. Yeah, Mini Fox and Fox stream, pretty much. We were talking about maybe doing that when we get up to like 100,000. At the time we were discussing it, I didn't really know what we should play though. But Sims 4 might be a good idea because she loves that game. Wait a minute, where'd all that polluted water go? We've used up all that polluted water already. Oh well. You guys can design a sim together. Yeah. Just be there to make stupid comments. Who the heck would do that? I don't know, Rabbit Dog. You might have some experience in that space, right? Oh, nice. Okay. I already have some piping up here. I should actually set up. Oh, it's got hydrogen in it. Well, we can deconstruct this. We'll set the hydrogen up to the top. I can throw a gas pump in here. As I come up with more ways to consume more power. We'll go like this. I'm going to set... We'll set a gas vent down here. Eventually I'm going to break this out. I'm going to want this connected up here. Actually, I'm going to have to rebuild that pipe anyway. Oh. Oh, I forgot I broke that wire. And then we'll deconstruct power wires right here so I don't power that pump down there. Although I think I've already turned it off. When will this video go up on YouTube? I can't find the stream before this one. So these always go automatically to YouTube when I finish streaming. Usually it takes processing time, so if I go longer than 2 hours, it'll only show 2 hours of the stream until it finishes processing. But it's usually available right after the stream ends. If you check out the, that is a lot of Paku. AKA lunch. Okay, hold on. With that, I can stock a whole lake full of Paku fish. Like right here. That's not enough water. If I had more polluted water, I could start a whole Paku farm with that many fish. No, I'll hold off for now. We'll take it anyway, and we'll just turn them into dinner, but... Bring on the Paku. They're gonna be flopping everywhere. Okay, attack those things. Shoot, they're gonna eat good tonight. Can I make fish sticks in here? Cooked fish. Set that to forever. Make some Paku fillets. Attention, prepare for flopping fish attack. It would have been good to actually use this to start a farm. I just didn't want to go through all the effort before I picked them out of the gate. Not power wires. I want this to be buildings. Want to keep like 3? Well, just because they'd have to like flop around on the deck for a while. I'd have to build all the infrastructure to pick up the fish, to drop them off. Like they can't just pick them up by hand. They've got to like trap them and stuff. It's just not worth it. They actually changed the way YouTube handle the streams. Now after I stop streaming, the video is ready in less than 15 minutes with this stream with 3 hours plus. Oh, really? That's not bad. I mean, I've still had people drop messages or comments on my streams when the recording goes to the channel and ask why it's only showing like 2 hours of like a 3-hour stream. So I was still bumping into that, but if they've solved for that and it goes up faster, then that's good. I won't complain about that at all. All right. More of these in here. This isn't connected, but that's fine. I'm gonna put a little switch in here for now. Where's my power? I'll wind up having to break that down, but I'm gonna break the wire out of here anyway. I just want to be able to set up this pump, have the power switched off on it, so it doesn't move the oxygen until I'm ready for it. And then we'll like repressurize this thing after I create a vacuum in here. What says you're venting O2 to space? I don't know what to do with all the extra O2. Oh, so funny story. I opened a geode with CO2 and boom, tons of bad air flooded my base. Now you have 30 oxygen running overtime. 8 kilograms of O2 all through your base. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Yeah, so your best bet really is to send it out to space. That's a lot of oxygen pressure. If you'd gotten into it a little bit earlier, you could have put it into the gas reservoirs to try to store some of it away, but you'd need a lot of gas reservoirs to trap that much oxygen. 8 kilograms per tile. I don't know how big your base is, but that's a lot. It's not really a good use for that much air. Oh, I missed your date story. Drat. You shared dessert, though. I saw that part. I asked the question, then I missed your comments. I'm sorry. I'm super observant. Oh, yeah, it could be used for liquid O2 for rocketry. That's true. If you have you'd have to have a system to set up to cool it, though. So, yeah, maybe you could store it for later use to turn it into liquid. So if you build like a bunch of gas reservoirs, you could pump a bunch of it into there. But then you're gonna have way too much. You'll probably still have to vent it into space. That's a lot of gas. Okay, this needs to be set to off. This needs to be deconstructed. Get that there. I'm gonna wind up letting gases back in here, unfortunately, as soon as I open this door for them to go back in there, but for now, let's set nobody can access that room. Let it run periodically. This will drain the gases out of here, and then we can refill it with oxygen. It was a first date. We'll be seeing him again. Oh, nice. He brought you. Ooh, he brought you roses on a first date. Shoo. Guy's trying to make me look bad. Opened doors for me. Shared his dessert because he didn't like yours. Oh, what a romantic. Sounds more useful. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, 8 kilograms per tile of oxygen is a lot, though. Like, yeah. And again, I'm saying that like not knowing how big your base is. So like, this is how big my base is. If that was full of 8 kilograms of oxygen, I really wouldn't know what to do with it. I would have to send it to space. I'm so far away from getting to rocketry at this point still because I haven't focused on it at all. I probably wouldn't keep it, but if you don't mind cheating a bit, you can set up automated to destroy. Yeah, you could do that too. So you can set up like a row of doors and set an automation system where the outer doors close first and they close toward the middle and destroy the gases over and over. You could turn it into oxalite, and then the oxalite wouldn't off-gas because the gas pressure is too high already. So you could actually store up a reserve just sitting on the ground of oxalite. That would be another use for it. Takes a lot of power, though, I think. Where's the, where is that thing? Is that refinement? Liquor forge. Oxalite refinery. Here it is here. Yeah, it takes 1.2 kilowatts of power. It'll consume 600 grams per second of oxygen and turn it into 600 grams per second of oxalite. So using all that oxygen, because the pressure is so high, these would just sit on the floor and wouldn't convert back to normal oxygen because the pressure is too high. But it would take a lot of power to do that. And then later on, you could just pick up the oxalite if you wanted to and put it in storage, or I don't know, just leave it there in case your oxygen level drops down. You want to use it. There is something in here that is off-gassing chlorine. Bleachstone. Oh, come on. How do I have bleachstone in here? I should not have bleachstone in any of these places. Where am I going to put that? This down here's set for bleachstone, I think. It is. And it's at a priority 7. Why on earth did they store it up here when... I don't know, whatever. That is bleachstone sitting there. I have bleachstone sitting there. They didn't put it... Oh, wait. Nope, they have no access to that door. Alright, that explains it. Never mind. Found the problem. Once again, I was the problem. No surprise there, I guess. Where am I going to put that bleachstone? I guess I could just stick it out here. We'll put like a little storage container. Someone's going to keep going back through this door every time I go in and out, but I suppose it could be worse. Good thing you don't have ammonia stone next to the bleachstone. Yeah. Then you want to walk by the water. Ooh. It is so romantic. Yeah, you'd also need gold for the oxalate machine. But I mean, if you have excess power and you got the gold around, you might have a use for the oxalate later. I mean, again, you can also use it as a like solid fuel in the rocket, I think. I think there's one that takes oxalate. So it would be another way to store that. You could even just leave it sitting on the ground and then not have to produce oxygen again for a long time, because as soon as the pressure came down, it would just produce its own. It just takes a lot of power, though. Like, that said, it doesn't sound like you're going to have an oxygen problem for a long time anyway. I just realized I closed access to the store, but I need them to close off this thing. Tried Chardonnay and Pinot Grigio blend at dinner. It was good. Wine. I don't tend to drink a lot of wine because it tends to give me heartburn, but I do enjoy it now and then. Oops. No, I want them to go in. Out, but not in. Everybody out. There you go. Okay. This space will gradually... It's not going to turn into a full vacuum, because we've got the oxygen that leaked in from the top already. But once we get this down so that it's mostly oxygen in here, I'll send in the oxygen from above, which is not going to be, unfortunately, all that much. But it will help a bit. Repressure. I really should have built the pump down here at the bottom level. Wish I'd been paying more attention to that. Actually, there's still time. Deconstruct this. We'll move the pump. Because why build something once when you can build it twice? Hashtag power of intelligence. Break all that down. Definitely not a wine drinker. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy good wine. In particular, I like red wine, but I can't drink young red wine. The tannins are too strong. Gives me heartburn, something terrible. How do you usually deal with getting through Slime Lung for the first time? Do you build an exosuit or just go through it? Well, it really depends. So, Slime Lung is only dangerous when it's airborne. If the Slime Lung is on surfaces, then it doesn't matter. The duplicates can't get the Slime Lung illness unless they breathe it in. So usually when I find it airborne, I just try to clean out the polluted oxygen. The Slime Lung needs polluted oxygen in order to reproduce. So if you can put in the deodorizers and convert the polluted oxygen into clean oxygen, the Slime Lung will die off on its own. Alternatively, there's also these plants here. I don't know if I have any of them kicking around here that I can actually click on. The Buddy Bud lets out a spore that overpowers the Slime Lung. So you can plant Buddy Bud plants, and the spores that go out will push all the Slime Lung away. So you can almost create like a corridor they can run through where they can't be affected by the Slime Lung because they're running in the Buddy Bud. But you have to make sure that you don't have a duplicate with allergies, or they'll react to the Buddy Bud negatively. Yeah, I did lock them out of the room, but I just fixed it. I'm easily distracted. That's what happens when I'm reading chat. It dates making us men look bad. That's right. Bear in mind it was a first date though. They were trying hard still. It's when you get to the third, fourth, fifth date that's when you start to see what person somebody's really like. I have no power. Well, that's a minor problem. I was distracted by other things and neglected to make sure that we maintained a supply of coal. Yeah. There's a really nice pocket of it over there, but I don't want to dig into that if I don't have to. Only because I'm going to have to get to it in a weird way. Oh, drat. Darn these duplicates. Yeah, look at the air pressure up here now. Alright, I'll expand here. I was going to try and avoid going through here just because I'll lose the oxygen I was going to try and capture there, but I guess probably having power is going to be more important than worrying about the oxygen. Is that sour? No, it's hydrogen. Okay. I thought there might be sour gas there. Alright. They're going to have to get right on that, too. It's all unreachable still. Priority 7. Power's kind of important. Especially when I have bathrooms that are dependent on the power because I didn't build the outhouses yet. Because I'm smart. Okay, so up here was where we're going to do our emergency bathroom that I never built. Let's do granite flooring in here. It's all one in the kitchens and bathrooms. So we'll give them granite flooring. And then in terms of plumbing, let's put in some outhouses in here. Three of those. We're going to need 3 of the old-fashioned sinks in here. Because, again, this is going to be the system that's going to be dependent when we don't have power. Let's deconstruct this. This door doesn't need to be usable anymore. What an amazing day today. I hope it was a good day. It's slime out of a cool geyser. Ever heard of that? Yeah, there is one that produces really germy water. Oh no, actually, it's not slime lung though. It's normally it's the food poisoning germs that is what I'm thinking of. That's weird. Why do dads always like to say rock and roll when leaving at a restaurant? As in, let's rock and roll? Oh, yeah, you said it. Let's rock and roll. Oh, yeah. I can't even read anymore. I have no idea. It's just one of those things. Old-timey expression. More Ancestors! Oh, yeah, we'll definitely be playing more Ancestors. Don't worry. I have a solid addiction to that game already. And I've only gotten it this week. It's pretty scary, actually. Pretty scary. Let's put a pneumatic door over here. Deconstruct this now. Okay. It's not a Pluto geyser, it was a cool steam geyser. Started in the middle of the second play on the map. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I haven't seen that, I don't think. Usually, because normally the slime lung can only be airborne when there's polluted oxygen around. So that's really weird. I don't need the curative tablets. We'll take the mirth leaf. It's good for decor. Got it all over the place in here. Should have built the sink maybe over on the other side. Make sure I got this as a room. It is. Wash basin on that side. We'll do a little bit of art in here. I want them to feel comfortable. And I also... Oh, wait. Can I... Latrine. Toilet wash station. No industrial machinery. I did not set this up properly to auto-sweep it. How far is the reach on the auto-sweeper? Never mind. I have no refined metal. I can't even check. Good times. Somebody go punch this thing a few times. So my intention was to auto-sweep this, but it just occurred to me that I can't have industrial machinery in here, so I would need to have it using the pneumatic doors as a means to reach through it, which means this room's not big enough. Good times. Exactly, it was too hot, too, but that water was for your O2. Oh, really? I thought I said you weren't addicted to it. Did you lie? Oh, no, Durgan, I would never lie. It was just a creative retelling of the truth. Back in my day, we had outhouses. You could have it easy with these plum bathrooms. We go outside, the temperature be minus 40, your butt would stick to the seat. That's the way it was and we liked it. All right. Shipping. There we go. Now we have enough. What's the reach on this? Oh, it's not enough. Even if I put it over here behind the door, I can't sweep all the toilets with it. Arrgh. Well, that's a nuisance. Pretty much need it to be like right above. That's the only way it's going to work. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Here I thought I was going to have a mechanism for my poke shells, but nope, not so much. This door, for now, we are going to close off access so people stop using it. Priority 9 for the toilets. There we go. Okay, so we have a backup bathroom now, so if the power stops on me again, people won't pee everywhere. Set up automation on the door to the bathroom. Just set up a small battery with some logic cables. The battery goes low, the door opens. Oh, that's a good idea. Instead of like if the battery gets down to 0. That's yeah, actually that would work pretty well, I think. I like the way you think. CF, love your videos. New to the game, I've learned so much from it. Thank you. Happy to see your live stream too. Oh my god, brains on overload. Hey Mark, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Glad you find it both enjoyable and it's been useful. I love this game. I've been playing it for a couple years now. I still manage to make a mess of things half the time. But it's all in good fun. They got all of the coal out of here that they can pick up anyway. I guess I can... Let's get all this, I guess. Cancel that. Put this on priority 7. Get all the coals so I can close this up. So much for the oxygen I was going to use. It's definitely not working now. Okay, if we can get the coal out of here, then I think we'll be good to go. We'll set this up to go closed. As soon as it's finished. So much for the oil I was going after. I'm telling you, like, most of the streams, I start off with an idea of what I intend to do. And then I run into this stuff. And it all just goes sideways so quick. Yeah, I'm gonna let that polluted oxygen in anyway. One way or another, I'm gonna bump into the polluted oxygen, so we'll get that out of there. At least we'll find out where the oil... I want to find an oil geyser. These little pockets of oil, the little things of crude oil, aren't going to be super helpful. I want to find an actual geyser. Leaky oil fisher, or whatever they call it. Space squirrel strikes again. That's right. Oh, we might even look and see if there's actually... Let's see, is there any cold temperatures here that might be a geyser? Doesn't look like it. No other geysers to be found. This one's a bisolite. If I, yeah, it's a bisolite there. Same thing there. That's weird. It's weird to see cold stuff on this asteroid. Everything else is hot. It's like the hottest place going. Yeah, nothing. No geysers. This is all getting to be low pressure CO2. And low pressure oxygen. That's good. I need to block this off. When things are upside down, stand on your head. Oh, there we go. As things go sideways, tilt your head. Best laid plans not working for you. You know, that's how a lot of my streams start, though. I start with an idea of what I want to tackle, and then I start to just get into, like, keeping everything going. It's one of those things where I take a lot of duplicates all the time, in part because I like to name the duplicates after people who are in the chat. I have a little bit of fun with that. So I always take a lot of duplicates, but then with a lot of duplicates comes a lot of maintenance. You've got to have a lot of food production, a lot of oxygen production, which requires a lot of resources. Things break easily, and when they do break, it becomes a crisis really quick. Yeah, I can't even use that pump I built. That was a total waste. Alright, let's get rid of the power wires in here. This can go. So then I spend all that time playing cleanup. And yeah. I run into this kind of stuff. I'm gonna build farm tiles in here once we get this. Well, I guess I'll wait till we get this all vacuumed out. Getting into the microgram levels now in some places, so that's good. It's almost ready. This I'm gonna set for no access. I don't want anyone going out there. Even though there's 2.5... Wow, there's a lot of oxygen out here. CO2 here and oxygen here. Might be worth opening that door. A little bit of slime lung, but that's not so bad. Maybe it's this door. This door here is the one I'll stop giving them access to. That's why I say you'll survive any asteroid. The asteroid that you're on is one of the hard ones. Oh, is it? I mean, it was a challenge, not only starting with the farming area, but then having everything so hot, because you couldn't just throw down mealwood right away the way I normally would in a standard game, which left me scrambling a little bit for things like oxygen production and food. It was with no algae in the beginning. I probably should have expanded out of the core area faster because it's everything was hot anyway. Could have found algae that way, I guess. Remember your first oxygen unincluded stream. I blame you for me buying it. You're welcome, Dave. You could make worse purchases. It was like a $20 game back then. I don't know if it's more expensive now. I haven't looked at it recently, but it was like 20 bucks. It was still in like super early access. They've made so many updates to the game over time. Just noticed something. Everything in this glorious metric machine god be praised. Oh yeah, it is in metric. Because the company that made this is Clay Entertainment, and they're based out of Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver, BC. Makes a big difference. 5.7 grams of oxygen. Slowly get... Oh. I forgot to close that door. Stop it. Okay, you guys can go out, but you can't go in. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. You blame me too? You're welcome, Ms. Lady G. I had not tried the cold asteroid yet. No, we've only done 2 of the asteroids so far. I've spent so long on this one already. I mean, well, we're at cycle 242, but I haven't been playing this every day. Otherwise, we'd probably have gotten through more. But we're on the Iridio asteroid now. This is still not cooling that great, but it's doing okay, I guess. 38 degree air is better than 50. Ugh. Disappointed with how that worked. Yeah, but I haven't tried the frozen asteroid yet. That's the one I'm going to tackle next. I've been having fun with this one, but kind of looking forward to doing the frozen one. How many years? I think we've had it more than 2 years. Yeah, does it show on Steam how long you've had something? Funny enough, I only have 602 hours in it. You would think I would have more, but I don't know if it shows when you bought it. I gotta turn off my family settings. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, I don't think it shows, unless there's a way to find out. I don't see on the normal overlay the date, but it was like 2017, I think, when it came out. Originally, like, it originally wasn't even on Steam. You had to like go to like a forum to go get it. CrypticFox is our only cult leader. Only is 25 US currently, by the way. Even at $25, I think that's a steal. I've gotten so much playtime out of this game. You're disappointed that I quoted closing time? You check through your purchase history and your account details. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that. That's too much effort. I know I got it back in like 2017, something like that. It was like 2 years in early access. I could probably just go back to when I had the first video, and that would be right around the time I got it. Okay, this is now oxygen. Oh, there's still chlorine in here. I'm gonna let it keep going. I don't want any chlorine in this place. So sick of chlorine. Oh, and actually, once this gets to be a vacuum, there won't be any heat. Well, the tiles will have heat, I guess. $510 viewers, 60 likes. Did someone hide the like button? They must have. If you're on the stream right now and you haven't hit it, go ahead and hit that like button. I never asked for it, but why not? Maybe radiant gas pipes back to the top. Well, I have, so in terms of like this farming area, the cooling system I'm using over here is using radiant, well, it's not radiant pipe, but it's using cooled hydrogen to circulate through here to keep everything cool. I could actually just take a branch off of this and send it out this way. Out here, down to here. Wait. Whatever. Out here. I want to keep it inside the floor tiles, but I could send it out this way and then back. My only concern is that I don't know if this is going to be enough cooling for this whole area. Technically, I think this is cool enough already at 36 degrees. Where's the mealwood? Oh, no, mealwood's good to... oh, it's got to be... definitely got to be a lot cooler. Ah. Alright, so I am going to have to do that. Deconstruct all this. When I crack this thing open, it's going to let... well, actually, it'll be a vacuum, so I won't have to worry about necessarily the air spreading right away. But I will need to set up a coolant system in here. So I'll send the hydrogen out this way, down through here, back through here, and then we'll send it through the insulated tile out and reconnect it here. I'm probably going to need to pump more hydrogen in that system, though. Start a new colony, got to cycle 100, now you're trapped. No space running low on resources and scared to go into your slime. Your whole base is surrounded by slime. Don't be so afraid of the slime. Just watch out for the polluted oxygen. If you create like oh, let's get this guy. If you create an airlock so you can keep the polluted oxygen from coming into your base, the only slime you need to be worried about is the airborne stuff. The surface slime isn't a problem. Your dupes won't get sick from that. So like dig a space in there using a little airlock like one of these to let the CO2 trap in there so the polluted oxygen can't come through. If the polluted oxygen can't come through, you won't get polluted oxygen and germs in your base. And then when your duplicates go out, use the where is it here? Oxygen, the deodorizers. Build a couple deodorizers. They'll convert the polluted oxygen into clean oxygen. The clean oxygen will kill the germs because they can't grow in that. And you might have to leave it for a while, depending on how much you've got out there. But sort of dig your way in gradually that way, and then you don't have to worry about it. Made it up like 81 likes. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, plow through that. Deodorizer is not that big a deal. Everybody worries about the slime lung, but it's not as debilitating as it used to be. The biggest issue is that it makes them run really slowly, so if they start to suffocate someplace, they often, well, they can get into a place where they can't get back out of the slime in order, or the slime lung in order to, no, not slime lung. They can't get back into the oxygen in order to breathe again, and they might suffocate. That's kind of the biggest risk of the slime lung these days, I think. It's down to micrograms. We're into just oxygen here. So, okay, this can go off now. I'll just deconstruct that. We can open this to access for duplicates to go in. What do I have up here? Is it all oxygen? A little bit of CO2 and oxygen. Okay, good. It's warm oxygen, though. 40 degrees. Actually, you know what? Let's just break through. I'm going to cancel this access. We will deconstruct here. Just buildings. No one likes the slow runs, yeah. Play Ancestor, the Human Odyssey. I will be playing more of it, don't worry. Tonight I was taking a break. We streamed it 3 nights in a row. I also uploaded 2 recorded videos of it, so I've already played it like 5 times this week. There definitely will be playing more of it. I'm like really hooked on that game already. But for tonight we're just playing some Oxygen Not Included. Crap with the pips. Where is he? Oh, that's bad. They're gonna. Oh, did it kill my pips again? It did. Severe wounds on the poke shell. The pips were fighting back. Let's just wrangle this guy. Oh, I wish I'd been paying attention to that. Oh, I finally had pips again, and I got them all killed again by that stupid crab. I wonder if I could put this on... Let's try something out here. I wonder if I put auto wrangle surplus. Do people automatically wrangle any critters that exceed the population limit or do not belong in that stable? Oh man, why didn't I have that set before? I'm so dense. For some reason I thought the auto wrangle only paid attention to the number, not the type. So by having that set, every time one of these things hatches, they'll just automatically go and pick it up and move it to where it's supposed to be. I'm so slow. I killed my pips off for nothing. At least they have eggs, so they'll come back again, but... Such a waste. I've wasted at least a half a dozen pips that way. Like, as in like the mafia kind of wasted too. It wasn't even like a gentle wasting. Buildings. Let's get rid of the ladders here. This can go too. Okay, I need to build that cooling loop now, so we'll do... I don't want insulated pipe, I just want regular gas pipe. This needs to be deconstructed here. Let's see what kind of progress they're making on getting to the oil down here. That's a long way down. Oh, there's another little spore kid. Now, granted, they're going to be down here with exosuits on, so it's not really going to be a problem, but... I was hoping I would see a geyser in the relative vicinity. I guess it was wishful thinking. I guess we could, if we extend the ladder down here... We can dig out this way. See what we find that way. Oh, there's a little brain machine down here, too. I wonder if they could do that with the exosuit on. Inquiring minds want to know. I'm going to flood it with oil, though. That's not good. 869 kilograms. Maybe if I dig up here, maybe. Cancel this. I have a feeling when I dig into this, it's going to overflow and flood it anyway, but we'll try. That's right. Fog's not addicted to the ancestors at all. He's been falsely accused 2 times of addiction to various games. He would never lie to us about this, right? Oh, Durgan. Is it bad to say I was thinking about it like all day? I even went and watched some other players, some other streamers playing the game. So I was like, I really want to see more of this. Consumable ore. I meant for this to be bleach stone, and then I forgot to set it up. All right. Okay, temperatures in here are 36 degrees, so that's too hot. And it's stifling my other plants, which is just great. Along with the gas pressure. Alright, the exosuits don't need that much oxygen. What's the temperature? 38 degrees. That is too warm. That won't work. This oxygen is coming in at 38 degrees. It's all hot. All right, I'll just have to let the pressure build up, I guess. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Okay, and then our hydrogen loop is going to get connected right here. And then this could be insulated down here. If you get Buddy Bud seed for the printing pod, you can make a buddy barrier germs don't mix. Yeah, so the buddy bed is awesome for that. You can almost create like a whole corridor they can run through with it. Like if you plant them in a row, then you can get because the spores tend to spread out horizontally. So you can actually have a place where they can like run through and they won't be affected by the germs, even if it's like completely surrounded by slime lung germs. It's kind of neat that way. I don't know if this is going to affect the cooling too much. I really hope it doesn't. I'm a little leery about how cold this is going to make things, or how hot it's going to make things. I might stifle a few plants here, so hopefully we don't starve while I'm getting this new section of farmland to grow. 445 of these things. Fortunately, we have a lot of dirt because we're going to need it. Oh, I need to get rid of this ladder. Oh, actually, these didn't stifle for too long. Pressure was fine after a bit. Temperature's not bad either. Okay, good. Zip mirrors the chat more than Brittany's date. That's usually how that works. You're playing DST tomorrow, right? Yeah, I'm going to play some Don't Starve together tomorrow. I'm going to have another video up tomorrow of Ancestors as well. I probably will end up streaming Ancestors on Saturday. I know I left it open, and I was kind of thinking of playing... I was kind of thinking of playing Stardew Valley on Saturday, but I'll probably end up playing Ancestors. Strive to be that guy. I don't. I got married already. Don't tell my wife I said that. I mean, of course I still strive. Of course I do. Okay, last connection here, and then this is all hooked up. Durgan with the super chat. Know you're thinking it. Please don't record Ancestors after Oni tonight. You need your sleep. Don't lie to me. Lies. I'll do what I want. I'll do what I want. Yeah, we need to deconstruct the segment here. Please don't let the hydrogen out. Ooh, good timing. That was perfect. Okay, so now the catch with my cooling loop is the amount of hydrogen in here may not be enough for what I'm trying to do. We'll see what happens. It's actually a pretty big cooling area that it's got to run through. That's a pretty base. It's getting there. It's getting bigger. So far, we've only had a few deaths, too. 245 cycles in, and I think we've still only had, like, yeah, only like 3 duplicates died. Pretty good, all things considered. I have a tendency when I bring in a lot of duplicates to get distracted on things and then not notice that somebody's trapped, and Mrs. Fox enters the chat. No, please, no, not that. You're not playing Stardew Valley on Saturday? I just said some bad words IRL in response to that. Sorry, Durgan, but with a game like Ancestors, I don't know how long it's going to be popular for, so I want to get, I want to stay on top of that game. Having a lot of fun with it. Having a lot of fun with it, but I also don't want to fall too far behind. Because the way it is right now, it seems like most streamers are kind of in the same position with that game. You know, except for the ones that are still trying to figure out how to play the game. Farm cell's at 37. It's not cooling very quick. It's cooling more slowly than I thought it would, actually. It's not addiction, it's just something very similar. Stop it. Okay, I had this set up before to send our hydrogen into this loop down here. I'm gonna reconnect it. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. Oh, the trouble is this is all jammed up. I need to get oxygen in here, but it's too hot. I don't want to release it into the base. Man, now I got a different problem. I have too much air. That doesn't happen too often. Okay, we'll let it in down here. No, actually, I can't put the... Oh, yeah, here we can. So we'll put a vent, like, right here. That'll let the oxygen out of that line, so I can produce more hydrogen up here, which will let me feed into this system. And then when that's ready, I'll just break this thing down again. Hey, Taichini. How are you? Summon a tidal wave, meteors and country roads. What? That's an odd combination. Yeah, Durkin definitely has nothing to do with making Nightbot commands. No, nothing at all. How many hundred have you made now? Okay, priority 7 on this and on this. Let's see what they're doing down here. I want to see if they found a geyser for me. They did! Alright, oil reservoir. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So I didn't get to tap into the oil the way I was hoping to tonight because I spent so much time fixing other problems. But at least I can see where it is now. I can tap into that. And it takes polluted water, and there's some polluted water here I can use. So I have a reasonably good access point for that. Did it flood that thing? Ooh, it didn't. Don't fix that. Stop it. Disable auto repair. Disable auto repair on this thing too. I don't know if this thing needs... Can I put someone in here? Here's a big question. I don't know if I can put anyone in here while they're wearing an exosuit, but we're going to try. Who should we put in this thing? Who should go into this machine? Perfect, Godzilla Gomez, John P. I don't know that it really matters, I guess. Toolkit 71. Let's stick him in there. Let's see what happens. Will it run without power? Acquiring minds. Oh, it will. Complete neural process. Toolkit 71's brain is still vibrating. Deep diver's lungs trait. Nice. Minus 50 grams per second oxygen consumption. I love that you can use it even with the exosuit on. Taichini with the super chat. Thanks, Taichini. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you for the support. Never try that. Look at this base has me thinking you've taken plate spinning and chainsaw juggling to a whole new level. It's a little messy, but it's just a little messy. It's still good. It's still good. Body temperature and illumination. Oh, double whammy. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Get this thing out of here. I got to cool down here now, too. That's no good. Well, what, 11 of them went after that? That's a nutty. That's all working. I'm sending hot hydrogen in here. That's great. I did not mean to inject it at that point. These need to run. Why are they starved for power? I must have run out of ethanol again. Yeah, this isn't running. All right, so short term, I'm actually heating the thing up. That's great. Oh, and it's all backing up. Good times. Ugh, that's not good. It's getting a little hot in there. Track blueprints. Yeah, all right, we'll get more dirt. We have 57 tons of dirt, but I guess a little more won't hurt. But Ancestor on Friday and DST on Saturday. Oh, can you not play on Friday, Evel? He was tricked into thinking he could hold his breath longer. That's right. Next thing you know, he suffocates. I think it's a great idea to drop some crude oil in a magma. Nothing bad will happen. Oh yeah, definitely not. It's yeah, it's perfectly fine. Switching days would work for me. How about you? Oh, you don't want me to play it? All right. I have no problem with playing it tomorrow. Lord knows I want to play it right now. And no, I'm not addicted. Be a little late, 10:15, 10:30. Okay. I can't guarantee there'll be a spot open, unfortunately, because it does tend to fill up, but... Anyone keeping track of Fox's longest running colony? You know what? I think the longest one I had was maybe 500 or 600 cycles, because I start so many new colonies. Every time there was a new update to the game, I started a new colony. And over the course of the last 2 years, they've had a lot of updates, so I've started a lot of colonies. This is working so intermittently. It's not really ideal. You have 17 dupes, but I only count 16 beds in the bedrooms. Got a snorer? Yeah, there's a separate bed over here. I put one little extra bed over on this side. The snorer is actually keeping this duplicate up. Oh, okay, that's great. Who is this? Brains. Schedules. Where's Brains? Brains, you need to be on a different schedule. Or Scott does. Maybe I could just move Scott. Let's put Fraggle Rocker down to schedule 3. We'll put Scott up to schedule 2. There we go. So he can finally get a good night's sleep. I didn't even realize we've been keeping him awake like this whole time, because he's had that cot for ages. Still believe you need to know stream with someone reading chat to you on your Discord call, just saying. Yeah, potentially. Okay, burn the old down. I have burnt down some old colonies. Sometimes when we end a colony in favor of starting a new one, there's some accidents that happen with molten copper and what have you. Molten copper. I think we've used molten copper, molten gold. We might have used liquid glass. A few of them have ended ignominiously. You're pumping other gases other than hydrogen into your plant cooling system, I think. No, it's all hydrogen. I just have a couple pockets of oxygen that were already in there. Up here I have it, so this room here is producing oxygen and hydrogen. This hydrogen pump is capturing it and sending it down here, and then anything that's not hydrogen is getting sent out to the colony, and then the hydrogen passes in. So it's only hydrogen, it's just the other oxygen was already in there. No wonder you were feeling so cranky. Yeah, that would do it. Sleeping next to, just as my wife, sleeping next to a snorer is not easy. Look at that gas pressure. That's nutty. It's our temperatures though. Oh, it's so hot. It's too warm. I want to pump air directly in here and seal this off so I can have a high pressure farm area, but I need the air to be cooled. It'd be nice if I could get some more Weezeworts to show up in the printing pod. That'd be novel. Move this loud sleeper to the edge of the barracks so shine bugs are not a bother. Yeah, at one point I actually swapped this door out because there were so many shine bugs I needed to block the light. We've apparently cut way down on our shine bug population. Alright, I think this is probably good enough now. Let's deconstruct here. And deconstruct here. There we go. Good job. Excellent work, Von Duplicant. Oh, I should have let that... Oh, whatever. This can now go into here. so hot. Why did that make me laugh? I have no idea. Fox hasn't killed enough dupes yet to lava the colony. Oh, yeah, no, this colony is still going well. I mean, we have food, we have oxygen. Power's been kind of a pain in the butt. But, I mean, look at the iron here. It's not going to get a lot better than that pressure-wise. At least not with the layout. This could be pressurized a little bit better, but... Purple shine bug right here. That's a royal bug. Apparently it's elderly. it's going to die soon. It was nice while it lasted, though. Okay, this is now... No, it's the power that's making it circumvent it. I need some power consistency here. There we go. Okay, that is being overloaded. Nope, not so bad, actually. Could be worse. Why no answers? It's killing me that you're not streaming that game. It's like a drug. I'm addicted to watching it. Yeah. Well, I played it 3 nights in a row, and this is another game that I play regularly on the channel among a few other games. And Oxygen Not Included is one of those things I've been playing for years consistently, so I didn't want to just drop it out altogether. So we're playing this tonight. Tomorrow night we'll probably wind up playing Ancestors, and I think we're moving the Don't Starve Together stream to Saturday night. But in the meantime, we'll also have more videos and stuff of Ancestors still going up. I'm pretty much addicted to that game myself. I've been watching other people play it and everything. I keep hoping that someone else has already found like a new tool usage or something that I haven't seen yet. But so far, we're all kind of in that same place. Cooling's starting to work in here. The plants are starting to grow. 30 degrees, 29.9. That's good. As the body temperature changes here, these will all start to sprout. Oops. Unfortunately, I heated up the rest of my garden, but hopefully that will get sorted out in time with this thing running a little more consistently. It is getting a little late now, though. It's 20 after 12. I normally wrap up about midnight my time, so I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. I didn't get as far with the oil as I wanted to, but we did at least find a leaky oil fissure down here, or oil reservoir, or whatever it is, so we can tap into that and make use of some oil to make plastic, so we can make some petroleum to try to get some more consistent power again. And then that'll lead us on to making some refined metals like steel and stuff, which we can use for that as well. But thanks everyone for coming to hang out tonight. I appreciate everyone spending the time with me this evening. Thank you so much for the super chats again, as always. All the support is very much appreciated all of the time. I think tomorrow night we're going to be playing some Ancestors, assuming I don't cave and play it sooner than tomorrow night. But thanks again, everyone, for coming to hang out tonight. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.